Good morning, everybody. Dr. Brooklyn Storme here from Cerebellum Consulting in Frankston. I'm the Director and Principal Psychologist, and welcome to day 26 of our 90-day share. I hope you've all been enjoying these videos as much as I've been enjoying sharing some information with you. Yesterday, I was really fortunate to sit with some clients and talk with them about their relationship. So this was a couple that have been together for about 5 or 6 years now, and they're wanting to get married, and they've just bought their first house, and it's all very exciting. But what they're finding is that they're having some communication problems. Not like I'm having now with my mobile phone, but communication problems nonetheless. So, sorry, I left my little stand at home today. Okay, so what's happened is that as these two have gotten to know each other, I guess perhaps what they were able to identify yesterday was that they're investing less time in each other, and you know, they're not showing as much interest in each other and their activities. For example, one of the people wanted to start another career, and the other person said, "Oh, that's a stupid idea." And then, you know, this made the other person really sad, and they went away and, you know, really internalized that and took it on board, and made them feel really horrible and yucky, because it started to feed into other things. And when we were talking about it in a bit more detail, we also realized that perhaps this change of career might have got that reaction from the partner, because the partner perhaps has their own fears and insecurities about some other things that could be hooking into that, like maybe about the impact that it might have for them on family finances, or, you know, future career, or things like this. The other thing that they were having a lot of trouble with was coming to some agreement or understanding about whether or not they wanted to have children. So, you know, we see this quite a lot. You know, people, I guess, you know, discuss these things sometimes and don't discuss them other times. And, you know, and then there are other couples that just don't discuss it. It's just kind of both parties have an underlying assumption that something will go a particular way. So in this case, someone wanted children and the other person quite firmly doesn't. And so now they're trying to figure out, what does this mean for the relationship and how will they move forward? But I guess, you know, facilitating this counselling session yesterday and seeing how these two people interacted, and watching them communicate, gave me an opportunity, you know, at different points within the session to be able to reflect back to them what I was seeing, and give them some ideas around perhaps how they might try and communicate a little bit differently. And one of the things that they realised was, as a couple, they've been investing less time in each other, and, you know, they'd come together as a couple, but now they were starting to go like this. So they very much want to be together, but they just need now to figure out what that looks like and how they're going to reconnect, which is super exciting, and I'm so happy for them. So they've got a starting point now, they've got an end point, and what we need to do now is, I guess, as a group, figure out for them how that's going to look moving forward. One of the things that they have recognised is that they're doing things differently to when they first got together, and that's very normal, of course. But they were saying that they were being a little bit less attentive, and that was turning out to be a big thing, but also that they'd not really learned about how each other really wants to be loved. So I think we've touched on this in a previous video, but some people want to be loved by having their partner do things for them, maybe fix the car or cook dinner or things like that. Some people want to be loved by having praise, you know, getting told that they're doing a great job, or that they're being acknowledged for the effort that they're putting into things. That makes them feel really good and makes them feel really loved. Other people like it when their partner spends time with them or makes time to be with them. That's how they feel special, and that's how they feel cared for and nurtured. Other people like gifts, you know, so maybe he likes a Bunnings voucher every now and again, or maybe she likes dinner out, or things like that. So there are all sorts of different ways that people like to love, and they like to be loved. And it can be really healthy for your relationship to sit down with your partner sort of from time to time and have a relationship check-in with each other and just find out if they're feeling loved. It's I guess for some people it might be a daunting conversation, but others of you might jump into that with both feet. But yeah, I guess it's hard to make somebody feel loved if you don't know what they need to feel loved, if that makes sense. You might be somebody who feels loved when they spend time with you, so you want to show that by giving them heaps of time. But there's somebody who prefers a gift or a cuddle or something like that. So while you feel like you're showing love because that's what you like, it's not what they like. So they're not perhaps feeling loved in the same way. So reconnecting, part of reconnecting is getting back to that foundation of how do I like to be loved? How do you like to be loved? And let's look at how we can make that happen for each other. Because imagine if somebody in your life was loving you exactly the way you wanted to be loved. Wouldn't that just be so amazing? They can't do that if you don't know yourself how you want and need to be receiving love and care and affection. So have a think about it, and when you've got an understanding yourself of what you need, then maybe share that with your special somebody and let them take it on board and answer any questions that they might have. Or maybe you might ask them to have a think about what you could do to show them that you love them or that you care about them some more. And then with both of you having that new awareness and that, you know, updated understanding, then you can deliver those things for the person that you love and the person that you care about very much. And imagine how happy that's going to make them. And don't you want to make someone happy? And imagine how happy you're going to feel when this person's doing those very special things for you and you're just feeling so full of love. So in celebration of love, if you would like to explore your love connection a little bit further with your partner, we have really safe spaces for you guys to be able to do that, both individually and together. You can call the office on 87652434 and book an appointment with Lindy. She absolutely loves relationship counselling and helping couples thrive. So what I'd like to do is finish off here by saying thank you so much for joining me this morning, and stay tuned, because after I post this video, I'm also going to add a fun surprise link for you to click on in celebration of love. Hey Taylor, you're just coming in at the end here. I'm just wrapping up, but we were talking about love and connecting and reconnecting with special people in our lives. And I'm looking forward to reconnecting with you, very special friend who's been out of my life for a little while, but it's going to be back in it in October down in Victoria. So we can do another little vlog about that later, Taylor. Okay, have an awesome day, everybody. Stay tuned. Just give me a minute to post this, and then I will post a very special clip with it. Okay, have a great morning. Bye. Happy Saturday.